Alright, what's going on, everyone? So, we are continuing to explore the Explorer format. That's right, I said it. So, here's an interesting one. I wanted to play this deck because what's been interesting about Mono Red Aggro is it has been good, as in not just good, it has been a top tier competitive deck in Standard for like 4 years. So, we have like 4 years worth of really good Mono Red Aggro stuff. And I have no clue what the most optimal build is. I don't know what's good. I just basically jammed all of my favorite red cards from all the decks, combined them into one deck. The main thing I wanted to play was Annex and Embercleave. Of course, Annex has power equal to your devotion to red. Also, we get Goblin Chain Roller to make this even better than when it was very popular in Standard. But we get Annex, and then we get Embercleave, which gives Trample and Double Strike, and also helps power up the devotion because it has 2 red symbols. So we get that. I definitely wanted to play that. I'm definitely playing Bone Crusher Giant because Bone Crusher Giant's great. Earthshaker Kenra, underrated red aggro card. 2 mana, 2 power, haste. When it enters, it can make a creature not be able to block. Kari Zev, popular in Kaladesh Mono Red. Kind of old now, so arena players might not be familiar with this. But 2 mana, 1/3, first strike menace. When it attacks, it puts a 2/1 creature into play, tapped and attacking. So sort of a 2 mana, 3/4-ish kind of divided between 2 creatures. Robber of the Rich, of course, lets us cast stuff from our opponent's deck. This is a new one from current Mono Red. Deals a damage, puts a counter on something, eventually becomes a 1 mana 2/2 haste. Fervent Champion. Just tons and tons and tons of red aggro stuff jammed into a deck. It's kind of funny seeing the lands. We get like 1 land from each mono red deck. The old Ramun map red, sacrifice it, deal 2 damage. Then we had Eldraine mono red aggro with Castle Embereth, pay 3, tap it, all your stuff gets +1/+0. And then the current mono red aggro, 3/2 man land thing. So it's just cool seeing this weird conglomeration of all the red decks. So let's play it, see how it does. And I do want to reiterate that I'm not pitching this as the best version of mono red, because there's so much good mono red stuff over the past few years actually, that I don't know what the best build is. I'm just jamming all of my favorite stuff in a deck, and we'll see how it goes, because I don't know. Opponent's mulliganing. They're playing the Tibalt Trickery deck, so it's a free win. Give me my free win. Nice, thank you. Alright, we are land heavy, but I think this is fine. We got 1, 2, and a 3 drop, which is just fine. Holy crap, I haven't seen that Ikoria board in so long. I said this at the beginning of the Cat Oven deck, but I don't play Historic, so I haven't seen some of these boards in a while. This is not my favorite. I like how dark it is. I don't like how textured and detailed it is. My favorite boards are the ones that are relatively flat and simple as the main board, but then have tons of detail around the edges, because that doesn't hurt, right? It's just just some nice detail. Like the War of the Spark one's a good example. Very simple base, but lots of cool stuff going on around the edges. They could have a counter spell. I'm going to attack first. Attack for 5. I don't know what the board sweepers are in this format, so I don't know if I should be playing this, but I'm going to. It's only a 3/3. It doesn't count the red on this side, I guess. Interesting. Anger of the Gods. That's a card. It exiles, so that's a bummer. So we play this. Deal a damage, pass the turn. We will, on their turn, we'll do 2 damage to them. Hope this doesn't get countered. I probably should have played it so it doesn't get countered, shouldn't I have? That was a mistake. I should have just played it, because now it can get countered. If it doesn't get countered, we play it, get the counter from this. Yeah, crap. I should have just played it. I guess they would have had the counter for the creature when I played it, though. Let's hope we draw a creature. We do not. That's a bummer. Well, we'll play this. Animate this. Attack for 4. We lost out on some value there without getting the counter, but They're at 6. We have this in play that's hard for them to interact with, and they concede. Well, that works. That works. One misplay with the Bone Crusher Giant, but that's fine. I think it would have been countered either way. Probably worked out for the best because we wouldn't have animated the Den of the Bugbear that turn, because we would have been playing Bone Crusher Giant, which inevitably would have been countered. So that works. It's fine. Not a misplay. Calculated. Calculated. No, these are big brain plays here, guys. You couldn't see it like I could. See? That's what it was. Obsessive Python. You got Bull-Loss versus Ugin. Thematically appropriate. I'm keeping this. This is looking pretty great. God, look at this. It's so cool to see this, like, just array of... Oh, we got the Amonkhet standard. We got the Theros standard. It's so good. It's so good. No one's playing this. I haven't seen this in other Red Aggro decks, but I like it. I can't really take advantage of this or this. Just play this. It's fine. I do need a land. That's a Doomscar. That is not a land. But that's fine. Birth of Meletis. Interesting. I wonder if this is like a, what was that enchantment called? The Obnoxious Stacks thing? We'll find out. You know, the one that makes you sacrifice every turn. I'm not entirely sure why I played Annex first instead of being with it. It's just a land. That's fine. So we might be playing, light up the stage. Kind of want lands. Nothing. There's a land. Well, let's attack first. That's kind of interesting. Don't want it, though. They take 5? They do. And it exiles, so I don't get the token. So I think I'm going to play this for the spectacle. See if I hit any basic. I hit this, that's fine. So I'll play that. I'll just play this, I guess. Not enough to kill that, unfortunately, but that's fine. Goblin Chain Whirler was such a cool card. Not seeing this in any of the decks either. Maybe it's more of a sideboard card. I guess I'm just going to pay 3 life for this. Play Ghoul. Oh man, Glorybringer. So cool. Such a cool card. We will exert that. Exert. Bam, bam, bam. Deal the 4 damage there. Wandering Emperor is pretty good. That is pretty good. Yep.
My judgment is final.
So they go to 9. Haven't really cast much off of Robber of the Rich. Edgar. This is an interesting deck. So what are they casting the most of? Because I need this.
Keep watch for intruders.
So I believe we play this. Make this unable to block. Attack. Ooh, I can't use that. But interesting. Let's see what they block because we have the castle down here to pump. Yeah. Alright, so they take 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 if I activate. Or I can use this to exile the token. I'm probably just going to activate. It's fine. It also gets first strike, so it kills the Edgar. Or it gets 4 to the... Yeah, you get it. You get it. Thorn. I need 2 blockers.
Vengeance. Blood. You can deal with my
This is fine.
I'm busy.
I believe we attack here. We cast this for 0. Pay 0. Confirm 0. Target this. Nice. Nice. This is working out well, especially since it's just a total cobbled together mess of just random red cards that I like. This is not great, but I guess it's fine. We do have card draw. So I will try this. Attack for 1. Opponent might... Oh yeah, I should probably have Giganta, right? Most of the aggro decks are playing this because it's free. I don't know if it's been relevant so far, but I should probably be playing that. Kari Zev, another card that no one else is playing. But I'm playing it. So this turn we can burn off a blocker, attack for, what, 4? I assume they're going to play a creature to try to get this counter. Yes, that's also a classic. I believe I can just play this tapped. Let's play this tapped. 3 damage there. Wizard Lightning. Attack for 1. They get a 2/2. And a Bowmat Courier. That's also really good. But the problem is we need to deal damage to make this cheap, right? Spectacle. Which I suppose we can do at the cost of losing a creature. No, we won't lose a creature. They pump each other. I know how this card works. They might have a... whatchamacallit, the 1 mana shock. Not the actual shock, but the play with fire. Is that what's happening? Yes. Well, that triggers Spectacle. No attacks. Why can I cast this for Spectacle? Oh, they paid life. Great. So play this. Get an Annex next turn. Yeah, they drew 2 of the Ramunap Ruins, so they had to pay life for red. Haven't been paying attention to that, but they've been losing a lot of life to that. Great. 2 damage to me. Go to 16. We're winning the race, but we're kind of falling behind a little bit. I'm definitely just going to play this. Get a counter. No attacks. Got a fight. So now we just need top deck Embercleave. That's what I wanted to do with this deck, is have the Annex Embercleave thing going. Haven't seen Annex either. The Red Aggro deck that everyone else is playing is just very different than what I'm doing right now. Everyone's playing the super low end stuff, like the hyper aggressive version, whereas I'm playing the more, more 2, 3, and 4 drops. Actually, I think I only have 1 or 2 4 drops. I have a one single copy of Glorybringer, but I have 4 Annexes, 3 Bone Crusher Giants, stuff like that. That's potentially very good. So I think I'm going to play this. Going to exile a creature. So now every time anyone plays a creature, they take 2 damage, which is nice when I'm a little bit ahead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attack with both these. They're going to try to double block, and then we have the burn spell. Like 2 Pyromancers on the Annex is pretty good. Just waiting for them to try to kill the Annex. No? I mean, this is like way better than I expected. I guess they could try to burn off the Annex now. That might be what's happening. But then they don't burn off the gate. Oh, sure. Just none of that is what I expected. Bone Crusher Giant. Sure. Bowmat Courier, that's fine. I can burn off the 2/2 and attack with both these next turn. Or I can just attack. They're not going to trade their entire board for the Annex. There's no point in trying to do that. I'm just going to kill this. So I can attack with Fervent Champion. Oh my god. Do I even blow something up? Or do we just go all in? I think, okay, nice. 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 That, stack's insane, actually. It's been working really well. Holy crap. This is fine. I have to decide between these 2 1-drops. I think it's probably better just to do this. This is 1 damage regardless, right? Like, this is going to deal 1 damage. This deals 1 damage. But this will deal 2 damage next turn now because it's going to have a counter, which is better. We are going to have to pay life for this if we don't draw a land. And if we don't draw a land, we're in danger of being mana screwed. And it does look like we're going to be mana screwed. I believe we want the land, pay through life, play this, get a counter. Yep. It can't block because it didn't have any other targets, but that's fine. Attack for 3, play with fire, flame blitz. What? It's not what I expected. 2 damage to target creature. If that creature would die, exile it. I mean, yeah. I kind of like play with fire. Ow. Ow, this is just painful. Alright. We will pay 3 for this. So much pain. Play Annex. Don't know why I'm doing this first main phase. Gone down to 14 from our own lands. Opponent's at 19. Doing a much better job lowering my own life total than my opponent's. When it goes to 17 though. Otherworldly Gaze. It's a lot of those. Start's kind of cool though. Interesting. It's looking like a spells deck. I wonder if there's like a Enigma Drake, Crackling Drake. What's that? Pterodon? Terramander? It's a spells deck. By the looks of it. They're just like, ooh, I wonder if they're playing. Is Young Pyromancer's Pioneer legal, right? Arclight Phoenix. Oh, Arclight Phoenix. I mean, that's kind of cool. And there's just so much cool stuff. I think I want to just put power on board, and this pumps up Annex quite a bit. Why didn't I play Fervent Champion? This is the question I have to ask. I'm going to hold it back now just in case there's a board sweeper. If I had played Fervent Champion, it was 2 extra damage. Because it's 1 attacking and this gets an extra power. Opponent's at 7 if I just play that. So, whoops. Whoops. Oh, they are playing Crackling Drake. Wow, this is like the standard. This is the point that I've been making in this video, in these videos, is if you have an old deck that you enjoyed playing, go play it. Go play it in Explorer. Can we win here? Because we have 3 damage here. You definitely play this. Go to combat, attack. I assume they take Annex out. So they're taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're dead no matter what, I believe. We're frozen though. Nice. Bang. And then we just do. I don't need these tokens. Just take 3. Nice. 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 This deck's super cool. Super cool. Super fast. Super aggressive. And it's like all the best red cards. Kind of great. Alright, so what I have to say about this deck is what I have to say about basically all Explorer decks, which is if you have an old standard deck that you really liked playing and you miss playing it, go get that old standard deck that's rotated out of standard, either re-import it or switch it over to the Explorer format and just update it. I mean, this is the weirdest thing. We have so much. This is 4 years worth of mono red aggro, but we're able to just throw it together and play it in Explorer, and that's super cool. We just saw Arclight Phoenix. That was a playable standard deck that I haven't seen in. I don't know if it was in Historic. I didn't play Historic, but freaking Arclight Phoenix. Arclight Phoenix is someone's playing it in Explorer. If you played that deck in Standard 2 years ago or whatever, and you miss playing it, try it in Explorer. It's just such a cool format. This is what Historic should have been. It's just super cool. So, Explorer's great. This deck was solid. Holy crap. What'd we go? 4-0? 5-0 if we count the Tibalt's Trickery. Janky win. Crazy. Crazy deck. And I didn't even tune this at all. Literally, I didn't even look at the mana curve that much. It was just cool red cards that I like. That's why there's so many, like, there's 2 of these and 1 of these and only 3 Bone Crusher Giants. That can't be right. There should definitely be 4. You know, I just threw everything in. Like, here's all the stuff I like. We never saw Embercleave once on an Annex. That's just sad. Annex deserves to have an Embercleave attached to it. But, it's solid. So, very cool. Cool deck. Cool format. That's all. Thanks for watching. And I will see you in the next one.